Hey, greetings and salutations to you, people of the interwebs. So, I may have in the past, in the last video, in fact, waxed lyrical about my connection to Sideswipe as one of the first Transformers I ever owned, and how that's flavoured my interest in him in other iterations that have come out. If that is a sentence, indeed. Today, we're going on the other end of the spectrum, and we're talking about this little chap. This is Ruckus, the G1 triggercon. So, whereas Sideswipe was one of my first Transformers, Ruckus was one of the last. The last of the G1 cohort that I bought as a child, and so again, he's always had a special connection to me. Indeed, when I was live role playing, one of my first characters was a orc called Ruckus, because I liked putting Transformer names to some of my lab characters, and Ruckus was one that I was especially connected to. He died very quickly because he was an arsehole. But there you go, because I played to type, and he's an arsehole of a Decepticon. He's a Decepticon thug, and I've always had a soft spot in my heart for the evil, violent thugs who aren't really particularly deceptive and evil for doing evil machinations and stuff like that. They're just some violent, loud boy who's being kind of swept along, as it were, into the evil forces, because there's no better place for that kind of rebellious dickhead energy. So yeah, I've always had kind of a soft spot for those types of characters. Ruckus is like an embodiment of those. And who would have thought would be in 2024 and Hasbro would come out with this belter of a remake of Ruckus as part of the Mayhem attack. What are they calling them? Cells, or I can't remember the capsules or something like that. They've done a 2-pack with Bludgeon. No, well, this is Ruckus, and you also get in the 2-pack comes with Spaghetti Bludgeon. So we've got Spaghetti Bludgeon here, but Ruckus is the score of this 2-pack. You keep seeing these words and they just become meaningless after a while. It's kind of like great job Hasbro making us buy two, because that if you were after both of them, it'd be a bargain. But if you're only after one, it's like, oh god, I paid that much money to just get one figure that I really want. So yeah, we can see just side by side how much has gone on. And this is a heavy remold. We've got the visible head at the back. This is a heavy remold of, I was going to say, it's Cliff Jumper. I don't own that particular Cliff Jumper, so I can't point out bits to you that they've heavily remolded, but that's what they say. That's what it is. It's the truth. And look at this. They've painted the wheel trims on this, which is quite a rare occurrence in the current lines. And in fact, even in the 80s, they didn't bother with Ruckus back then either. So it's good to finally have his hubs painted in. Both are very relatively simple transformations, but it's great that, just seeing all the different details and you go, yeah, they've replicated all that really quite well. So he's a triggercon. and he's got a little kind of it's not really a wind up, but kind of maybe some clock workings in here. That if you press this button, yep, his cannons move into attack position. I'm not sure what he's attacking up there. Surface to shooters, and then they go. Oh, if we can do it. No. Sometimes he's getting on a bit. Sometimes the device gets a bit clogged up. Goes all the way round to the back there, which will become useful in robot mode. So very simple. Move the legs like so. Stand him up. There he is. He can move his arms out. And then, yeah, move those cannons all the way to the shoulder. And that's Ruckus. Purple arms and legs, salmon body. It's purple head and this weird, sickly yellow face. Yeah, that's our guy. That's our guy. But you know, just something about him. Those weird colours. The bio of him being just this violent, subordinate, noisy, brash. It's just a cool little later stage Decepticon. And so here we have him. Again, there's no mechanised gimmick in this, but you can lift these up to go surface to air, shoot some stuff around. It will flip all the way around for later. With this side, that'll get in the way of his driving, so he'll roll really well here. Yeah, like I say, the stickers, the painted details and stuff like that is replicated. Even the moulding details, even though those aren't on the front on here. I mean, that could just be, I didn't put a sticker on. We can see some of the details on his hips there. On robot mode, so maybe I put the stickers in the wrong place. Maybe he's got the stickers in the wrong place. But we've got those details there on him. What else was I about to say? Yeah, so he's just really, really well done. It's so much nostalgia. Now, unlike Ruckus original, who just has that gap there in the front of his buggy mode, battle buggy, this Ruckus actually has something here, which is a gun, an engine block gun. Don't we all love an engine block gun? You can go there, and there's also ports and stuff like that, so you can. Oh, they don't have those. Why don't you do something, Richard, to yeah. So there's a little port there. If you wanted to stick probably some blast effect or something in there, you probably could. But primarily we just want to transform him, don't we? And so legs, arms, let's we'll do the dramatic head reveal, because God knows where his head is for the end, and he's everything pegs in really tight on this guy. So we want to just add an extra little bit of complication. He's got these bits that cover the back of his legs. So these are going to slip out like so. You're going to bring these back as heels, plug those backs in, and Peg that out again. And peg his arms from the side, tabs. Flip round his hands. Flip round his hands. And then dramatically, dun, 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 reveal the head. Look at that. It was there all along. Yeah, he's got... And then you can move these, and these can kind of swivel around like so. And you can hold a little pistol. It doesn't hold it that very well, actually. On that hand. There you go. Definitely a right-hander. Then we have Ruckus in his robot mode. And isn't that brilliant? Isn't that just... yeah. Just having the two of these together. His face is a less sickly yellow than this guy. And where there's a lot of kind of... you need to kind of squint to kind of make out details. And it's a bit muddy. It's not that well defined. They have done such an excellent job of recreating it. Again, you know, bits in comic books and stuff like that he's appeared in, because he ain't being in any cartoon, you know. So he's just Ruckus. He's the he's a comic book guy character, isn't he? And that is why we like him. So we've got this defined, and he's got that head. He's got that Decepticon head crest, hasn't he? He's got, like, you know, his head crest is very reminiscent, like Soundwave, who's the Decepticon signal was based on. But again, it's kind of like almost like a replica. Ruckus is a bog standard Decepticon troop, isn't he? He's a grunt. He's the, you know, just the foot soldier of the big war machine, and nobody cares about him. So he's just going to make as much noise as possible while he straps around on his high heels like David Bowie. Absolutely magnificent. Absolutely. Really is. This time around, he has a waist swivel, so much more articulation packed in than this guy, who, you know, let's face it, has less articulation than a GoBot. His conjoined feet and all that type of business. This guy is really kicking up a storm, and I was so glad, surprised, stupefied that it has actually happened. That the Hasbro design team actually take the time. It's such not only that it happened, that it could have happened, and they could have just done a straight repaint of Beachcomber, called it Ruckus, done it in Ruckus's colour schemes, called it a day, and we were going, well, you know, I wish they'd have done more, but, you know, that's probably the only Ruckus we've got. They did more. They really have just gone out of the way to do just an excellent replication of a very obscure G1 character to make this just really cool action figure. And for that, we thank them. Thank you Hasbro for going this far. Yeah. All I really need now is just a comic book version of G1 Frenzy. Yeah, please, just don't stop putting pile drivers with these tapes. Give us a sonic blast effect on a nice blue and gold tape, please. Also, Carnivac. Yeah. Anyway, until the next time, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, let's bump this, shall we? Fisto! Fisto!